Maayong adlaw everyone! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here to my channel, my name is Cor and I'm your business nurse from Southeast England. So in today's vlog, I'm going to do our AskCorr episode 5. So if you haven't watched my previous episodes, episode 1 till 4, please check them out. I have featured questions relating to nursing and career in the UK, all topics relating to immigration and lifestyle here in the UK. So I base my answers according to my experience and of course research because Google is amazing. So before we will start our AskCorr episode 5, I would like to thank everyone who takes time and effort to type in their comments and questions on the comment section in my YouTube videos. It's very helpful, guys. It's boosting the video. And don't worry, I have been reading your comments and your questions, and if I do have time, I reply to your questions and comments. And that's why in this way, having these episodes AskCorr, I have the chance to answer all your questions and I will reach more people by doing this kind of videos. Okay, so for our first question, this is coming from M16. Hello, Miss Course. Hi, Ems. How much is the shared accommodation? So if I were to base in our location, Reading, England, the average cost of a shared accommodation, it means that you will be sharing the house with other people and you will have your own room, but it is not a guarantee that you will have your personal toilet and bath because other properties, they share everything from the kitchen to the living room and up to the use of toilet and bath. As what I have researched, the lowest or the cheapest monthly rent for a shared accommodation is starting from £600, but it's very rare. Actually, it starts from £650, and the most expensive that I found online is up to £900 on a shared accommodation. But that £900 here in Reading, England is already a posh type of shared house. So if you were to ask me about the shared house or shared accommodation within London area, oh my god, the prices starts from £700 and up to £1,100 monthly. That will be your monthly rent. So it depends really. If you are in this London Central, of course it will be more expensive. But if you live like in zone 5, I think, like away from the central, then it will be cheaper. But you know, in London, if you work in London, you will have your high cost allowance. So that's why it will compensate even though you have a high cost of living when you work and live in London area. So if you decide to work and live far from Southeast England, of course, the monthly rent is way cheaper. So it will range from £350 monthly up to £650 a month. So hopefully I have answered your question, M16. Okay, so for our second question, this is coming from Celia Espanyol. Hello po, question lang. Do you have any idea regarding renewal of my dependent visa? My husband is processing his ILR or indefinite leave to remain, and I am supposed to renew or extend my current dependent visa. What is the link to apply and to process my visa? So it will be the same website that you go through when you applied as a dependent visa prior coming here in the UK. So I will share the link on this video, just check it out. Basically, it will be the same process. The only difference is that there will be a section in there that will ask you if your partner holds an indefinite leave to remain. Of course, you will tick yes, and you have to input the latest biometric residence permit or BRP number of your partner. And with regard to the COS or the certificate of sponsorship, you have to write down the latest certificate of sponsorship of your partner. So in addition to the information that I have shared to you, Celia, if your current visa is still valid, you don't need to renew or extend your visa even though your husband is applying for indefinite leave to remain. So the validity of your visa will continue until its expiry date, okay? So since you came here to the UK as a dependent of a working visa holder, you should renew your visa under the PBS dependent visa and not as a dependent of a settled person because it can be confusing at times and you might go through that route, but it will not be the correct visa for you to apply to. it should be the PBS dependent of a skilled worker. So please remember that one, because other people will be confused and then they will renew their visa of a settled person. That will affect your length of stay here in the UK, because once you go through that route, your length of stay here in the UK will go back to 0. Okay, so for our third question, this is from Earl Herman de Villa. Ma'am, good morning po. Ask ko lang sana if ano po yung gagawin, and if under NHS po, under yung employee, then sabay-sabay po darating sa UK kasama yung family niya, paano po yung sa accommodation po? Convertible to cash po ba yung sa accommodation fee, ma'am? So Earl is inquiring about the accommodation of an NHS employee and his or her dependents when coming here in the UK. So unfortunately, Earl, this will not be convertible to cash. I knew this one because I have friends who came from the UAE as a family. So she works as a nurse in the NHS, and that's true that they provide free accommodation for the first, I think, 2 months or 3 months, but they won't convert it to cash if you decide to live outside the accommodation. Okay, so you really have to plan everything before bringing your family here in the UK. You have to be prepared financially, because you will really start from scratch if you don't have family or relatives or friends that can support you here when you start in the UK. So the short answer to your question, Earl, is no. Okay, next question is from Bisayang Bugay channel. Hello, Bisayang Bugay. So her question is, paano po pag high school graduate lang si partner dependent, may chance ba maka-works? She's asking if her partner, who is a secondary graduate, can have a chance to work here in the UK. So the answer to your question, Bisayang Bugay, is definitely a yes. There are a lot of job opportunities here in the UK. And of course, the type of jobs will base on your skills and your length of experience and your education level. So don't worry about that. If your partner did not finish a graduate level, there are a lot of jobs waiting for you here in the UK. So the first thing you need to do is to get here in the UK. So apply for that visa, all right? So the next question is from Chatura Gunatilaka. Hello, Chatura. Hi, if both parents travel together and apply together with our child, should we give the consent letter, mom? Thank you. So one of the requirements to apply your child as your dependent here in the UK is having the consent letter. So I will give an example here on the screen and I will read it out to you. So in this letter, you will have the date, the VFS address, and then you start with to whom it may concern. So I hereby confirm that we are the biological and lawful parents of the child name or the children's name. We are giving our full consent for the child's dependent visa application. The above named child will be traveling alone or together with the name of the parent or the name of the person and relationship. By granting this application, this will enable us to reunite as a family. Which means the main visa holder, will ensure an adequate living accommodation for my child. Moreover, as parents, we will look after his or her overall welfare. Attached herewith are the relevant documents to support this application. Respectfully, so you will put in your name, passport details, and your contact information. So it will be a different story if you are a single parent. In the example I showed you, it is a consent letter from both parents. So if you are a single parent, there are other requirements or evidence that they will ask to prove that you have the sole responsibility of the child. For example, in the Philippines, as what I have researched, if you're a single parent and you don't have any communication with the other parent or has lost contact or not in good terms, you can ask for a certificate from the DSWD or Department of Social Welfare and Development Office, saying that you have the sole responsibility of the child and you are a single parent, okay? If you want to know more regarding this topic, please join Facebook groups about Tier 2 dependent visa applications, okay? So that is what I know about this question. So hopefully I have enlightened you, Mr. Chatura, okay? Okay, so next set of questions, I compiled these two questions because they have similar idea. First one is from Judemar Di Borja. Hi Ma'am Cor, is there any chance po na makahanap ng employer for healthcare assistant even if I don't have any degree in college po? I'm currently studying Diploma in Healthcare and Wellness Associate Nursing Assistant NC2 po. It's only 1-year course lang po under TESDA po. Hope you notice po. Ang daming po Ma'am Cor, thank you so much po. And the second question is from Josephine Lu. I have completed my care assistant course outside UK. Not sure if this can help seeking a care assistant job in the UK. Again, thanks for sharing. So thank you for these questions. So the basic idea of these questions, they're asking if they can qualify to work as a carer here in the UK despite not having a college degree. And my answer to your questions is definitely a yes. So you can still apply as a care assistant or senior carer here in the UK despite not having a college degree. So one of those trainings that will help you qualify for the job is this NC2 or Nursing Assistant certificate from TESDA. Hopefully in the future, I can share some of the stories of our care applicants, especially from the Philippines, because I have been receiving messages from successful applicants who applied as a carer from the Philippines. So hopefully I have answered your questions, so please don't lose hope. As long as you have proof of trainings relating to health and social care, you will definitely qualify as a care assistant here in the UK. You just have to find a good agency to assist you with the application. Okay, so for our last questions for our AskCorr episode 5, this is coming from Joanne Santos and Abhishek Paal. So from Joanne Santos, hello po, paano kaya if 1 month pa lang ako dito? So gusto ko po sana makuha mag-ama ko. Pwede na po kaya kahit 1 month pa lang po ako? So she's asking if she's able to apply for her dependents even though she just stayed here in the UK for a month. And the second question from Abhishek Paal, my wife went last week on a care worker visa. When can I join her? So he is very excited to follow his wife here in the UK, even though she just arrived like for a week. So the main point of these questions is the quickest way to get here in the UK as a dependent. So my first answer to you is to be financially prepared. You need a lot of money if you want to have your family here in the UK, especially if you don't have anyone that could assist or support you while you are petitioning them to join you here in the UK. So why do you need a huge amount of money? Okay, apart from your visa application, of course, you will need to find a suitable accommodation for you and your partner. And if you have children, you will need a bigger accommodation. So you have to pay for the rent and of course for the deposit. So here in the UK, usually you will have to pay a 1-month deposit of their property. The crucial part is if you have a child or children, because here in the UK, they won't allow you to only have 1 bedroom if you are a family. It is because they're very concerned with the living condition of a child. So you have to have a 2-bedroom flat or accommodation if you're planning to bring your partner and a child or your children. So it depends how many child you have. If it's more than 2, then you basically need a 3-bedroom house. So that's what I'm saying, that you need to be financially prepared before you decide to apply for your dependents. So in summary, you have to prepare for the visa application, for the plane tickets, and for your accommodation here in the UK. I would advise, if you are planning to petition your partner or your family, you must have a sufficient fund, because it's not immediately that your partner will get a job. So you must have at least 3 to 6 months of your salary in your bank account, so you will have more wiggle room for extra expenses. Okay? So hopefully I have answered your questions for today. If you have any more questions or suggestion, please feel free to comment on the comment section on my YouTube videos. So thank you so much for watching this vlog for today. I hope you find value from this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye-bye!